for everyone, right? To kick things off here, and nothing too surprising. Ascent is pretty typical. You don't really have any surprises that come out on this map very often.
Hmm.
And now, as I say that, you're gonna have that KO, sending it the 0 point towards A main. Nobody's playing close though on the side of Xavier Knights, so no one caught out, no information gathered there from Sio Braves.
The Sio Braves as well too are using a much more interesting composition than one that many previously experienced, right? Because although the Jet is fun, but on the other side, Xavier Knights are using a more standard one that we've been used to. Okay. Uh, Whereas on the other side, uh, the Braves, will be Braves will be using more so the more new age one that we're expecting that with the Chamber and the KO.
No, that totally is fair. It's also interesting because you don't normally see Chamber and Jid on the same team at this point, right?
Hmm.
But now as we wait, just very slow kind of contact play coming out from Sio Braves. They're looking mostly towards A main here with their Chamber lurking on the other side of this map. But even
Hmm.
with the silence, you see Xavier Knight's already calling one rotation over. Max has already pushed up here towards Arches as well, looking for that mid information.
I mean, likely because they're responding over towards the knife setup, right? So and considering they didn't find anything over by mid or B either, so just based on the actual assuming, as they did see the dash shot from the Jet, and there we go, the flash catches one. This Venom is now gone, as they'll now try to find the second flex. Oh man, could not be able to enter the entire site, as the round also devolves into a 4v3. Spike goes down to 3 up by Heaven.
Ooh, Zen throwing out a Prowler. We'll find one before that at 0 point actually hits. And as I say that, Max Flicks lands another. And Xavier Knight's looking to have the advantage going into this rest of the retake.
So let me get 3v2. Two of them pop through the door. Just a clean dome shot will do enough for fun buns. And as they're all looking to play on two different corners, the eventual man advantage will do enough as Max Flicks gets 4, just anchoring the site.
And then we're going to see also that ult point is actually going to be invested into Max Flicks here. So Xavier Knight's already planning to have that null command on as early as possible, just 2 away from that coming to fruition. Xavier Knight's now on an anti-eco as Sio Braves have to save here in round number 2. And the 0 point towards Tiles will glean info onto the Braves for 1.
A bit more of an interesting setup they have right now. It's almost like a Viper wall. That's just diagonally all the way down. But a essential, essential 3-1-1-1 that they have to watch each one of these sites and main and 2-way points. The side of Xavier Knights. For now, though, as nothing is found with all the Killjoy setup being there as well, decide to move away and faster on the Deke shot as Venom.
Full rotation over towards A as well after that pick. You can see the contact play being weighted by Fun Buns. He's looking to push in. Tree still being contested, and they're looking behind them too, so Max will be punished for that. Not going to clear the corner here. Dewey earns 2 for themselves.
The knife does eventually connect and find Dewey, but it matters not as he cleans up 3 and pretty much looks to save this bonus round for the rest of his team. There's Fun Buns is left in a 2v1. There's a potential to actually do this and finds one up by Heaven. The second shot not connected. Only one more body needed, but there's not Dewey as well. Popping into the door. He fakes the plant, moves over to the side, does not find it. There's 13 seconds left. And Dewey saves the round.
2-0. But Sio Braves, they still did a good job to take guns out of the hands of Xavier Knights, right? Now, the anti-eco into the hands of Sio, and the bonus round to come up. A really nice pop flash right over the top of Tiles will earn the first blood here from Max, looking to already try and turn the tide into the favor of the bonus.
Still waiting to see if they can find any more. Look over by B main. Let's see what situation is. One gets taken out, and with Max being gone, This is the entryway for them to go into the point. It's up to being the gravity will catches so many, but they're not able to capitalize off of it. It's just enough as they do more than enough damage that just one body shot will be able to catch the rest of them. The Sayo Braves, they would just flex over on sight. First one in, looking to be the last one out. What a hard worker he is.
3-0 here for Xavier Knights to start off. Now looking at 3-1 as the last round has just passed by. We're gonna have that 0 point come through. Still not finding anything though, but this null command gonna be huge to deny the Killjoy util.
Especially previously how they did catch them all off guard. And that's as of right now. Bean still does enough, but the res will be taken, and so at least they'll be back up to a full 5 now, just 3 on Xavier Knight's side.
TP back up towards lane. There's a pop flash, and Mordecai almost falls here, but all of a sudden Max Flix is staring down a 1v5 clutch needed to secure this 4th round on the board.
And he starts off with just 1, but considering the 2 of them being shot, they're not going to connect. Has almost his entire health bar there as well. And finds a second. The spray down works out, but it cost him so much of his life. And now that he's also tagged, all extra effort being given over. They can't actually wallbang him, but they can keep him cornered. But Mordecai will find him.
Still not a bad play. I mean, for Knights, they were going more so for like exit frags there, I think, especially after hitting that 7 HP. And Sayo Braves switching things up this time, showing early presence and fast tempo here towards the A side, looking towards a blitz.
The ultimate's online on both sides.
Oh, nice
But
stall.
none of them used to so far. The 2 of the force to start things off. Mafia gone, and losing your KO this early in the round, and the defense especially is going to cost them with a null command.
Look at Max. Already positioned here towards tiles, and unfortunately Fun Buns can't secure it. This allows
That's a free
Max
gun there as well.
to now pull out the Blade Storm, feeling a bit more confidence. You also have to fear about the fact that someone could be right on the other side of this, right?
Oh, it's just a body shot.
Now down to
Towards
49.
Max. They could have taken the up away from him.
Do we
On
fight?
Fort.
Oh. That was unfortunate. You're not wrong. The timing was right.
But down to 3v3 at least. The null command still very much available. Take it
Poppers.
at least towards. Get a couple more seconds, and there we go. As that gets popped, Max has the angle onto 2 and lines them up. And Flex will be the last one left alive again. Ended off with another 4K.
That was really, really good flank potential coming out from Max to bring this round home. I feel like on the side of that's tough. Like being on the side of Sayo Braves, Venom had so many options for the positioning there. Elected for, you know, more towards Wine, not anticipating for that flank to still come through. Because to be fair, it was really late coming out from Max. You would have expected maybe a little bit earlier on, but was very disciplined on the defender's side.
Now 3 big options still available as well for these Xavier Knights. We'll see if Max can create more magic. Currently, as it stands, it is going to look. It is looking to be a 4-person contact push. As a starter that's there gets disabled for a couple more seconds, but with 2 people being cornered on top of the site, they should be able to put the smoke up. The 1 pops into Wine, and there we go. They get the smoke down here. Gave them a couple of seconds, but the dart not gonna be able to find information as no one has looked to walk into the site. That could be off the flash, and the drone does see him in the corner. Max Flip gets found, and but Dewey not there yet. Finds one more, but Max does enough. All they gotta do is just gonna take out the actual jet. He's still outside the smoke, staying alive for so long.
Jenny.
And the first one in,
the
last
flick!
one now. Fun Buns wins with the flick. Just the one left.
That's tough, though. That's really tough for the side of Sayo Braves. I'm surprised that they actually committed to that. I think after the initial pick, felt the confidence to go in, but Xavier Knights were really quick. And now, another quick setup here for Sayo Braves, looking to blitz towards the opposite side this time.
They walk in once again with a smoke and a paranoia, but that's all the kills units are being put out. So they're not forced to go downstairs and Bean already finding one, the chamber being gone. The second left as a Prowler catches him, but Bean actually can't connect on top of the person who's blinded. Left alone, top of the corner, the second, and as they all walk into him, somehow he's doing it by himself.
Looking for the 5th here. Okay, no. Max ain't gonna let it happen though. No ace for you. No eco ace will come through. Now 6-2 for Xavier Knights. So Braves looking to catch up with this next buy. A pivotal round for themselves, considering the fact that their economy is pretty broken at this point. So a round loss here for Sao Braves will mean another save.
Now once again, the same setup they had previously. But this time, the jet dashing could be used again to move it to the site. But there's now more opposition that they have to go up against. As Dewey catches the info on the dart, on the drone. But they still decide not to move in. But them all being stuck inside one corridor will only lead to exactly that. It's being centered down and taken out. As 2 fall, there's no shot to get the res on the KO here either.
The flank again.
They're stuck on the outside. Funbuns just keeps on doing it. Venom makes the return.
Max?
He's the last one left alive once more. Max cleans out all the stragglers. Leaving Funbuns in a 1v3. Spike right past the smoke. As a turret catches him. Who will be the first one to get him on the team? It's Max with 3.
Let us hunt.
Huge resurrection to come through there now. 7-2 here. And again, like I mentioned, that was a pivotal round for the Braves. Now going to be forced onto another save. Sheriffs largely across the board and slowing the pacing down. The Braves, they did that conditioning in the early part of the half where they were playing pretty slow defaults and now trying to explode out, but those explosions haven't really worked into their favor. And on the eco, you're going to see them falling back to the previous tendency that they had. Fun always being this lurking presence on the other side of this map will be the first blood to fall.
Seems as though those defensive tendencies do not work out for them. Well, sorry, the attacking tendency doesn't work out. As thinking that the A side might have been free to take, but Orochi one being caught and the second being found as well by mid. They'll default over towards B as there's all the kills in Utah once again, forcing them towards one corner, and still just enough. Although it's not a save, a flawless taken for the Xavier Knights.
Okay. It was a little bit of a slow start, I believe, for the Knights as well. Or not a slow start. They did start off pretty strong, but it was like, it felt really close at the beginning. But now that Xavier Knights have really found their momentum, have found their footing, are really taking this series away so far, and already, for Beans just, the setup's too strong.
Yeah, they just can't seem to get past the Killjoy, which is why, like, if you remember, during the height of Astra, why Killjoy Astra was just so strong. There's moments like these where you're cornered, and now, with the Nightfall, once again, they're looking to just bide their time, but many of them being supremely low. This happen when the spike expires and Funbuns in a clutch situation saves his team.
Okay. One more round before we swap sides here, Rav, and getting this 8-4 could be really big for Braves. That's going to be the Blade Storm pop right off the bat. Looking again at a potential burst execution here alongside that ultimate after wasting out this util.
And Dewey was tagged though. The Lace with the dart and finds one on the entry. The second taken for him. A nice flash to Lace. While Alvaro they get to trade. But now they look to pop up. The updraft not gonna find him, and it gets put down as soon as he was there. Huge for the KO.
To just completely take away the ability to use the ultimate on the side of the jet right now. Swapping sides. We're back onto a pistol round. 0 point for 0 point. The attackers, the Knights, going to send one up towards Arches, and Sio Brave sent theirs over towards B at main. And the first point of contact here should be the Prowler looking for one. And as I say that, alarm bot to be triggered here outside of B.
Puts the KO, puts the chamber right towards the back of the site. Where's TP? It's Funbuns this time, looking to anchor, but gets cornered by a 3, so gets one for his troubles, and they find a second over by Haven. For the Xavier Knights, giving us one round, putting them at double digits could be big, and 2 taken away. As that's on the slow on top of Heaven, Max gets 4, and the ace to get the final.
Max went huge there in the pistol round, and that momentum's going to carry over into the second half of this matchup as Xavier Knights reaches that coveted double digits. The same 0 points to come out from both sides as well towards B and mid. More of a default contact to come out from Knights here. And Sio Braves off of that, actually. Just based on conditioning from that pistol round, they're already rotating here towards A, towards mid.
Although he gets tagged from Buns. So he has to survive at least, but nice trade. Should max flip as they bought up on the bonus pretty much. Oh, fuck. But works out in their favor. For now, though. Sio Braves might be able to survive against the onslaught that they're currently being set up. Mordecai gets it. Yep. Finds one lacking. The really nice flank out. And now it's on flex Omen. If he sees defeat, a Max should be able to stop it. But no, it'll be just shots traded.
That's a hard thing about that one way, right? You have to play in a pretty particular way. As I say that, Pikachu is actually going to just continue to go for swings, try to go for that chip damage. It's actually going to force Xavier Knights back over towards Cat, where Venom is waiting. Now Dewey left alone in a 1v3 situation. Spectre in hand, looking to get the spike initiated before they run out of time.
As Dewey just left on top of the site, with only 2 taken. Maybe a couple seconds might have done it, but Spec not going down is the toughest part. Sio Braves will force these Xavier Knights on another save.
Yeah, taking away that anti-eco is big, but it was also off the back of a buy of their own. A Phantom will be invested into this round to earn the first blood here for Venom. Rendezvous back out to safety, and you can see Xavier Knights. This actually caused them to completely fall off of that A main positioning.
And a bunch of shots as well to probably give them a bit more space over by mid. Considering A was the default side, they wanted to go through Mordecai to the flank. Not working out this time. They know a bit better at least. And I gets them a gun, although in Ares, but still more than what they had previously.
Spike's still in spawn though. Dewey with the classic does not know that Max is on the other side of this at the moment. Or Fun Buns.
Fun Buns can easily also take it away.
There's gonna be no time left soon.
Well, Fun Buns being got. But unfortunately with, at least I'll survive and he sees what Fun Buns is. And Flex Omen. In an off corner, manages to survive with him. Giving Max a couple more seconds at least to get one more. And in a 2v3, Xavier Knights start to find a way to plant. This is what cost it on previously. And as it stands right now, there's still a chamber on top of B. In 17 seconds, they're going to have to simply rush in and hope they survive.
The other thing is Rendezvous set up here towards CT as well. Dewey's trying to find a cheeky little pick, but this is dangerous because that forces Bean to have to clear out site completely by themselves. Venom to just shut this down. The round's over and goes into the hands of Braves.
Yeah, that was a tough call as well, considering this is what they had experienced previously. They knew that there was simply no time, and with the A side being where there was a lot more concentration of people, it was going to have to be Hail Mary by the end of it. So Sio Braves are not necessarily out of this yet as they get another round, 10-5. Open a stop. Potential. The penultimate match point.
0 point doesn't find anyone close. But the info of the Owl Drone will also tell Xavier Knights that Pikachu is playing towards Jenny at the moment. Could try to isolate him early on here.
So nobody found past the smoke on although it was just a tag. It'll be more... They'll give Xavier Knights enough reason to switch it out through mid, is it? But there's one person watching over by Catwalk. Almost moves away at the exact right time for Lisa to potentially survive and nothing gained here. But Flex, some of this is so cheeky. Sees the shot, but no one moving into him. And it'll just be the dart to get Bean.
Quiet. 40 seconds left. And it's going to be a blitz on towards A. They haven't done this before on the side of Knights, but the dark cover will stagger and slow Knights down just a little bit longer. They're waiting for this to fade, and Flex Omen here with the judge.
And finds one little dash to the site, just 2 taken away by simply the spray. And he gets to reload off, but more walk in, and Pikachu there for his cover. Still 17 more seconds left, and the Xavier Knights cannot walk it freely anymore, as the spike will finally go down for the first time in a couple, and the Molly as well, giving them more time. But will that be enough, though, is the actual question, as that gets shot away. On top of the Molly, he falls, and Sayo braves with a retake.
Really nice retake to come through. 6th round on the board here for the Braves. That was risky of Xavier Knights to wait until that last moment once again. And, I mean, blitzes, they seem to work for Knights to get onto site. But with the way Braves have been playing, there's just no time to kind of set up for the post plan, right? Right off the bat, I'm surprised that Flex Zone actually decided to peek through the cover here towards Arches.
A bold and brazen play, but one that clearly does not work out, sadly. See if Mordecai can perhaps look to reinvest and get the trade off. Oh!
That was huge!
Clutch smoke, right at the right time, and with Bean also falling. This is an opportune moment right now for the Sayo Braves to perhaps punish the person by mid, but Mordecai actually falls off. We're gonna see if he checks him. Has this angle, and Max wins it. Well done.
Now to rotate over towards tiles, because Sayo Braves, they have pushed out of B before, I believe. And this is the most aggressive angle that we've seen Venom watching now with the Tool de Force.
No smokes in his head. He got to drive peek this.
What?
Unless
Why?
he goes at the right time. The timing! One more second would have potentially shut down almost an entire round. Spike is still going towards A, though. And Max has such a flank on everybody else. They think that the Spike is still going towards here, but they move away at the wrong time. This is more than enough. Nice shot. And an ace will be his prize.
Very well done by Max. For a second there, I was afraid that Max was going to push into CT a little too early. They just waited. It was perfect. Now, a blitz execution here towards the B site. We got the null command pop. Flashpoint as well here. Earned the first blood over towards Knights as they funnel over towards B.
Finding... I was hoping that perhaps Venom might be able to get the second here, but lockdown is enough of a threat for them to at least all fall away from the entire site. In a couple of seconds with retakes, because Sayo Braves have been really good on those, especially in situations like these. But finding one in the corner should be able to see where they're all standing. And the alarm bot also gives away the position of Flex. But that'll be it for now. They have cleared out Bean.
Nice swing.
A good double swing at least. We're
No,
leaving them in
no.
3v3. Nice push out with the with just the bow caught out. A Max Whip as well. He's also tagged up. And alongside Flex. We'll see what the Jet can do. They're just caught on the outside. All the rest Xavier Knight's trying to do is just delay.
What?
And delay they shall, but Zen has no cover. He's moving towards Boathouse. Now one
No.
more. Fun Buns takes it.
No
Back to the
time.
1v1. Dashes into him. It's 4.
12-6 here. Xavier Knights earn that match point, and on match point, the Braves are looking at a force up with everything that you've got to scrappy by here. Knights looking to end the match now before Braves get the chance to regather themselves.
Just a couple left. Alarm bot will give him away. It's broken by Venom. Okay, starts it off nicely, but a trade will put them back in the exact position they were in previously. It's now the Nightfall available inside of the Xavier Knights. Max, a beautiful shot somehow barely doesn't go down. I don't know how, but
Look at the spike.
that's Sayo Braves in a tough spot.
The spike right now, though, despite this presence towards the A side, is actually slowly creeping up towards outside of B main. Max has bottom mid control at the moment, yet to push up towards Arches. But at the same time, there's no chamber online here, so you don't have to worry about the trademark still watching. You can run right past it. And I think that's the plan, like a late pinch, as you can see the Fade ultimate and the Prowler to distract on the A side.
Which is interesting, right? Considering how they're keeping them over by A, but they gotta get past Fun Buns first, and that's a spike dropped. A big pickup. And Valley sticking to the rest of the team, where they're moving. No command gone, though. That was used in transition, but the spike still not going down. They're gonna have to get Fun Buns. It's having 12 seconds. They've got to win this. But Fun Buns once more, big in the clutch, behind triple, and delays it just enough. But they just all fall. And Xavier Knights will get the round.
13-6 here for Xavier Knights, and man, I guess they're proving why they're that third seed, and Sio Braves is currently sitting at 8. Obviously, standings will be changing now, but that will all be calculated and given to you guys at a later time, probably next week as we get that done. But yeah, Rav, I mean, match number 2 was a lot closer.